And you can now watch our latest KCRA3 documentary, Always Remember Your Name. It's a tale of family, hope, humor, and telling your story as part of history.
And Georgia joins us now, and one of the things that stood out from the documentary is the incredible number of photos that the Bucci sisters had. How did that occur?
It's amazing, because normally you tell a story like this and you're pulling at historic footage. They have photos for almost everything, which
Wow.
We were stunned to find out, because most Holocaust survivors returned from the camps to find out that they had lost everything, including all of their photos. So we just couldn't believe that the Bucci sisters had dozens and dozens of pictures, and the backstory of why they have them is another part of this incredible story. So their mother threw a piece of paper with their names on it from the train that took them from Italy to Auschwitz. An Italian police officer found the paper and recognized their names, and then alerted the Bucci's Catholic extended family about their deportation. Those family members on their father's side then went to the Bucci's home and hid their belongings until after the war. 80 years later, many of those pictures are now in Sacramento. Many of them are in our documentary.
That is such a
Isn't that incredible? On a piece of paper thrown from a moving train.
This
Amazing.
is a movie. This is
It's
really
incredible.
is. So it's also been very interesting because you've seen a lot of the reactions across social media right now from people who just feel a connection to the story.
They feel a connection to the story, and then I think for a lot of people it brings up a connection to maybe their own personal stories that they heard over the years, and some of the comments have been very interesting to read. Mary Williams Christopher posted on Facebook, excuse me, "My dad was in the Battle of the Bulge and at the liberation of a concentration camp. He could never even talk about it. Sadly, man's inhumanity to man seems to be limitless. The Bucci sisters are fantastic and give us all a lesson in hope." Rebecca Miller posted on Instagram that she is the granddaughter of a Holocaust survivor, and she wrote, "I regret not being able to talk with my grandfather about his experience before he passed away. Then again, he wouldn't talk about it. That further demonstrates the sisters' courage and strength." And to be fair, the sisters did not talk about their experience until only 30 years ago. So they were in their 50s before they started talking about what had happened, and that was very, very common for that generation. And since that time, they haven't stopped talking about it, and that's why these trips they take back to Auschwitz with school children are so important, because they revisit the horrors of their childhood, but they say it gives them this hope to go on, that these children and students, teenagers, college students will hear and then pass along the story.
And that's why it's so important too to document it, get it on film, because again, sadly, there are so many stories that are very similar to a degree that we'll just never hear.
And there's so many people who say, I wish I could have talked to them about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes just starting that conversation, if you still have that opportunity, can be worth it.